Have you ever stood among ancient ruins and felt a chill run down your spine? A feeling that you're not entirely alone? What if I told you that some of the most beautiful historical sites in the world harbor stories so unsettling, so chilling, that even the bravest tourists tread lightly? These aren't just ghost stories whispered around a campfire. These are real accounts etched into the very stones of places that have witnessed centuries of human drama. Today, we're not just sightseeing. We're peeling back the layers of history to uncover the terrifying truths that linger in the shadows of ancient ruins. Forget the tour guides and the pretty postcards. We are about to embark on a journey into the heart of 5 ancient locations that tourists fear the most. From spectral legions marching on forgotten Roman roads to the sorrowful cries echoing through Mayan temples, these are the stories that the history books are often too afraid to tell. So, dim the lights, get comfortable, and prepare to question everything you thought you knew about the ancient world. Our first stop takes us to the windswept moors of England, to a place that stands as a monumental testament to Roman ambition and brutal warfare. Hadrian's Wall, built in 122 AD, this 73-mile-long fortification marked the northern frontier of the Roman Empire. For nearly 3 centuries, it was a bustling, heavily militarized zone, a place of constant conflict and untold hardship. Soldiers from across the empire lived, fought, and died here, far from their homes. Today, as you walk along its crumbling stones, with the vast, empty landscape stretching out before you, it's easy to feel the weight of that history. But it's at night that the wall truly comes alive with its past. Locals and visitors have for centuries reported bone-chilling phenomena. The most famous is the tale of the Hull Whistle Howl. Near the fort of Vindolanda, people have heard a terrifying, mournful howl carried on the wind, believed to be the cry of a barbarian chieftain who was executed by the Romans. But that's not all. The most persistent and terrifying account is that of the lost 9th Legion. This entire legion of over 5,000 men marched north of the wall to quell a Scottish uprising and simply vanished from historical records. To this day, hikers and campers report seeing the ghostly apparitions of Roman soldiers, fully armed and marching in formation, appearing out of the mist, their spectral forms marching silently along the ancient patrol routes before disappearing as quickly as they came. Are they eternally searching for their lost comrades, or reenacting their final, fateful march into oblivion? Standing there in the twilight, hearing nothing but the wind, it's not hard to believe you might just see them for yourself. Next, we travel from the cold moors of Britain to the sun-drenched Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, to the magnificent city of Chichén Itzá, a marvel of Mayan Toltec civilization. Its grand pyramids and temples draw millions of tourists each year. The iconic El Castillo Pyramid is a masterpiece of astronomical alignment, but beneath its architectural genius lies a much darker history. Chichén Itzá was a site of profound spiritual importance, and with that came the practice of human sacrifice. The sacred cenote, a large natural well, was not just a source of water. It was a portal to the underworld, a place to appease the gods. Archaeologists dredging the cenote found not just precious gold and jade offerings, but the skeletal remains of men, women, and most disturbingly, children. The stories say that on still, moonless nights, you can hear faint whispers and soft cries rising from the dark waters of the cenote. It's said to be the voices of the sacrificial victims, their spirits forever bound to this watery grave. But the most feared legend is that of the Alexes. These are mischievous, gnome-like spirits of Mayan folklore, believed to be guardians of the land and the ancient sites. While they can be helpful if offered respect and gifts, they are notoriously vengeful if disturbed. Workers and archaeologists at the site have reported tools mysteriously moving, strange giggling echoing from the empty ball court, and small, shadowy figures darting between the stone columns at dusk. Some tourists who have taken stones or artifacts as souvenirs have reported being plagued by relentless misfortune until the items were returned. The Alexes serve as a powerful reminder you are a guest in their sacred home, and they are always watching. Now, let's journey back across the Atlantic to the heart of the Roman Empire itself, the Colosseum. a symbol of architectural grandeur and imperial power. It's one of the most visited monuments in the world, but we must never forget its original purpose. For over 400 years, this arena was a stage for unimaginable brutality. It was a theater of death, where gladiators fought to the last breath and countless people and animals were slaughtered for public entertainment. It is estimated that nearly 500,000 people lost their lives within these walls. The sand of the arena floor was soaked with so much blood that it had to be regularly replaced. With such a violent and traumatic past, it's no surprise that the Colosseum is considered one of the most haunted places in Rome. Security guards, staff, and late-night visitors have reported a wide range of paranormal activity. The air often grows inexplicably cold in certain sections, particularly in the subterranean tunnels of the Hypogeum, where gladiators and condemned prisoners awaited their grim fate. People hear the clang of swords, the roar of a crowd that isn't there, and the anguished screams of men meeting their end. Shadowy figures are often seen moving in the upper tiers of the amphitheater, believed to be the restless spirits of Roman spectators, eternally watching the bloody games below. Some have even reported being touched or pushed by an unseen force. The Colosseum is a stark reminder that the echoes of extreme human suffering can linger for millennia, turning a world-famous tourist attraction into a chilling memorial for the dead. Our fourth destination takes us to the windswept and desolate Orkney Islands of Scotland, to a prehistoric village older than the pyramids of Giza, Skara Brae. Buried by a sandstorm around 2500 BC, this Neolithic settlement lay hidden for over 4,000 years until it was uncovered by another storm in 1850. It offers an incredible, almost perfectly preserved glimpse into the lives of our Stone Age ancestors. You can walk through their stone houses, see their beds, their dressers, and even the remnants of their last meals. It feels intimate, almost like the inhabitants just stepped out for a moment. But this intimacy has a darker side. The isolation of the site, combined with its immense age, creates an eerie and unsettling atmosphere. The story goes that the original villagers didn't just leave. They fled in terror from some unknown threat. Legends speak of a curse laid upon the village, and that the spirits of its ancient inhabitants are fiercely protective of their home. Visitors often report a profound sense of being watched, a feeling of unwelcome intrusion. The most common report is the sound of a baby crying, echoing from one of the stone huts, even when the site is completely empty. Others have heard disembodied whispers carried on the constant sea wind, words in a language no one can understand. Is it the wind playing tricks on the mind, or are the first people of Skara Brae still there, resentful of the modern world that has disturbed their long slumber? For our final journey, we travel to the Far East, to the ancient capital of Japan, Kyoto. Nestled in the eastern mountains is the Fushimi Inari Shrine, famous for its thousands of vibrant red torii gates that create winding paths up the sacred Mount Inari. It's a place of breathtaking beauty, dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice and sake. The shrine's messengers are foxes, or kitsune, and statues of them are everywhere. In Japanese folklore, kitsune are powerful, intelligent beings that can be either benevolent guardians or cunning, dangerous tricksters. While the main shrine area is bustling with tourists during the day, the atmosphere changes dramatically as you venture higher up the mountain paths, especially as dusk begins to fall. The crowds thin, the forest grows denser, and a deep, ancient silence takes over. This is where the fear begins. Many hikers who have stayed on the mountain after dark report unnerving experiences. They describe the feeling of being followed, hearing footsteps behind them that stop whenever they turn around. The fox statues, which seem charming in the daylight, take on a sinister quality in the shadows, their stone eyes seeming to follow your every move. The most terrifying tales speak of Kitsunbi, or foxfire, mysterious floating lights or orbs that appear in the forest, attempting to lead hikers off the path and deeper into the woods, where they become hopelessly lost. Locals warn that these are the tricks of malevolent kitsune. Are you simply seeing a natural phenomenon, or are the ancient guardians of the mountain testing your spirit, luring you into their supernatural domain? From marching Roman legions to trickster fox spirits, The stories embedded in these ancient stones are more than just folklore. They are the emotional imprints left behind by centuries of intense life, conflict, and ritual. They remind us that the past is never truly gone. It's all around us, waiting in the shadows for those who are willing to listen. Which of these stories sends the biggest shiver down your spine? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on this chilling journey through history. If you enjoyed uncovering these unsettling truths and want to explore more of the world's most mysterious places, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We have so many more secrets to uncover together. Stay curious and see you in the next adventure.